welcome to Early Access Hytale. This is me with my green skin instead of green hair. We'll take a quick look. I really like the avatar system. It's so easy to change stuff around and come up with something you like. I will say the basics, all the basic stuff shows up as Early Access Standard Edition, I think. And if you went for the higher level, you get the Supporter Editions, and what I have, the Curse Breaker Editions for the top level. Doesn't mean you have to go to the top level. Pretty much the only difference is the cosmetics. And yeah, I like my little green elfish looking creature here. All right, I'm gonna take a look at the settings real quick. There's only a couple things I want to hit here. There are several things that you can adjust. Bobbing intensity is one. I think video allows you to do field of vision. If you don't like spiders, that's for you. And I think they're coming up with snake mode when the anti-snake mode, basically, when the next update comes out this weekend. So I'm jumping just in slightly ahead of that. The first update has already happened, but right here, the preferred pickup locations, this is your hotbar. So your armor items, your weapon and tool items, typically all of these are set to hotbar. I've changed these miscellaneous and solid block items to inventory so that you don't get a lot of extra clutter in your hotbar. So basically I've limited it to usable and tool and weapons. Obviously you can still manually manipulate it. English. It is my first language. Okay. And you can switch these between toggle and press. These are a little bit different than Minecraft controls, which what I'm most familiar with. But what I can tell you is that it did not take me long to set up keysticks. It's a third-party program I use to operate with a controller. And I now have a Hytale profile for keysticks, and I am able to very easily move around with a controller. Obviously, that uses third-party. It's not native, but at the same time, it's pretty nice, and it's the way I play. So, all right, I've done a little exploring around. I've actually reset this. I think I linked the video from Paul Soares in the description where he shows you how to clear generation so you can start from the beginning and reuse the seed, which is what I'm doing. So this should actually load chunk skin for the first time. I'm a little familiar with the seed, but I like the way it started you off. So I'm not gonna give you tons of tips. There's already a ton of videos for that. It's just a little bit of a playthrough, and I'm sure this world will change. Okay, there we go. Hi. Oh. So you start off inside this little area. There are tips. I'm sure you can turn this. Wow, that's working better than I expected it to. I was having trouble with that. Yes. So even in here, there are things you can do. There are things you can touch, break, pick up. Sometimes those pots have things in them, sometimes they don't. You can use your fist to break stuff. Honestly, that's the hard way. Unless it's something like that that's meant to be broken. You can actually pick up enough things that... Oh, nice. Yeah, I always like where I started out here. Okay, so the first things we want to do, you see I'm picking up a ton of stone rubble. Well, we're going to need that. And we're also going to need a little bit of plant fiber and some sticks to get a basic start. I'm going to go ahead and clear off all these berries that should give us plenty. We're going to need some basic tools. And if I hit inventory here, I can already make, I think the first thing we're going to need is the hatchet. Although I don't want it in that slot. I'm going to want the sword, and we're going to need the pickaxe. And we've already picked up some berries. Those are our consumables. I don't know why it doesn't consider those a usable item. But the other thing we're going to want to do is take down a tree, because we're going to need some wood. And one of the things I do like, you can start right here at the base and get the whole thing. And it does tend to spread a little bit, so when you do this, you know, just make sure you go around and pick up all the extra stuff. I'm going to hit inventory real quick because now we've picked up tree sap and we can craft a few torches. And once we craft them, they can go in our offhand. And we do have dynamic lighting. One thing to note is that trees do have roots, sometimes a little ways down. And something else you can do that's kind of hard to see. Oh, I picked the wrong view. Oh, it won't let me do that view. Well, I'll show that in a minute. You can actually climb up out of, I think, 3 blocks. Let me see. Oh, we just edged into a different biome, drifting plains. Okay, there we go. So if I climb up here, yeah. See how I'm lifting myself up? I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, the other thing we need is a bit of stone. I think we will grab some from right here. Oh wait, those are doing... No, we need the whole stone piece, not the rubble. Okay. Alright, let me pick up all the stuff that fell here. Not a cave. Oh! You spawned in. Whoops. Alright. Okay. There we go. I keep forgetting you can hold left mouse or left trigger to parry and then right to slash. And then if you hold it too long, you get sort of a charged attack. Okay. Now that we have both of those, we can make our workbench. We don't need to yet, but I am going to collect a few ores on the way out. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up... Actually, I should probably just leave some of this here. Since this is our world spawn, this is where we will come back to. Once in a while. Not frequently, but what we do need to do, as you can see right here with this tip, find the Forgotten Temple to learn more. This is our basic crafting, and then we need workbenches and so forth to craft even more things. But what I think we're gonna do, oh wait, map, there we go. Let me zoom out a little bit. You can actually zoom out a little bit far. I mean, it's both handy and not. This is the symbol for the Forgotten Temple Gateway, and it does come up on our compass. You can also zoom in pretty close. It does kind of let you know where some things are if you know what you're looking for. So we're not going to use that too much. But we are going to get on our way. It's in that direction. So I think rather than climbing all the way up and out, I think we can actually get out through here and get a first look at this cave system. The first patch actually updated it so you can place torches with your offhand. Okay, it does bring us up and out. And we get a first look at the world we're in. Okay, I'm actually gonna kind of put a torch sort of just to mark where that little cave entrance is, although you can always just climb over the mountain to get back down. That is the Forgotten Temple, our next destination. We just want to be on the lookout. Oh, well, there are ores right on the surface. When the next update comes, the ore rarity is going to drastically decrease. They're also going to update the weapon tiers to work a little bit more. In other words, like you need a certain level to get a certain ore, a certain level of weapon to get a certain level of ore. And that's not the part that worries me, but I think they've drastically nerfed the number of ores, so I kind of wanted to restart. Oops, I didn't mean to toss you down there. Yeah, I kind of wanted to restart before we reach that point so that, you know, I could actually start with a decent area. So I might actually visit all the zones just to make sure I have a few areas that are old gen and can pick up some ores. Personal choice, I know. I'm not thoroughly against things being difficult, but still learning my way, and I am not the best at combat, so getting good armor for me is usually a priority. Okay, this is the entrance to the Forgotten Temple. If you don't know where this particular statue is, you might need to wander around the exterior before you find it. There are some useful items in here. What we're gonna need to do first, however, there is a guardian here and we need to go through the portal. I'm gonna try and take out the guardian. You do not have to, and he will return every time. And he does have, there it is, a really strong attack. Ow. Oh, dear. Yep. That's kind of what I expected. Okay. You do not lose all of your stuff every single time. There's a setting you can change for how much you, let me close the doors here. You can change the setting for how much you lose and don't lose. It's going to be nighttime and I don't have a bed yet. It's a little fast to be getting to nighttime. Maybe it's the storm. Yeah, it's getting towards sunset, so yep, let's get a move on. See if I can survive this time. I know most people, if you've seen other videos, don't usually have a problem with the big golem dude. I am not most people. I think the first time I did manage to get him okay that I played. But I think when I tried again in a different world, I lost several times. And it might be the fact that I'm trying to talk while I'm fighting. Yeah, I'm coming at you from behind. Oh, ow. I should not be turning my back, first of all. That's the one that gets me. Oh, dear. All right. Open sesame. Oh, dear. It is nighttime. One thing that I should remember, it's a good idea to eat something before you go into a big battle. It actually helps with your stamina and healing and so forth ahead of time. Keeps you topped off, so to speak. We can go this way. and I didn't even lose that much health. That did help. Alright. Thing is, these continue to work for a percentage of time after. Let's see. I think if I hover over it, yeah. So it's a region 1 instantly restore. Yeah. So like for 45 seconds after you eat, it still regens your health. See that jump in the health bar? Okay, welcome to the Forgotten Temple, Edge of the Echo. So if you open your map here, you will see that you are essentially on a big sky island in the middle of nowhere. This is kind of like a learning temple, is what I would call it. So there's a couple of traders. You can see a lot of new creatures. We're not going to stop there just yet. And we will learn about a lot of them here shortly. Yep. You can press F to trade, but you're still a work in progress. So this guy doesn't have anything to trade yet. This one we can trade, but we do not have any essence of life to trade with you. So what we want to do first is to come up here. I love the designs for these things. And interact. You've unlocked the memories feature. Void's curse keeps Orbis locked away, but there may yet be a way to break it. I think this has to do with the lore and the storyline that will come out eventually. A deity rests within this heart of Orbis. Seek out memories and record them here to restore her will. Your inventory can store memories under a special section. Return them to the heart of Orbis to unlock a variety of rewards. So, currently 240 creature types are in here, and as you restore memories, you unlock decorative chests, eternal seeds, work in progress, teleporters, which help you get to multiple places. And I think eventually, I know I've seen people already have 2 memories. I didn't even know that. And it will show you, see, the Quebec sapling found in Forgotten Temple. Wait, does that have the date? It does. Oh, that's cool. I didn't actually realize it recorded that one. And an avian. Oh, the duck in the Forgotten Temple. Okay. We should be able, let's see, let me close that. We should be able to wander around here and collect even more memories while we're here, and probably unlock the first thing. That's, I think, a Quebec or centuries. A lot of these areas here, you'll notice, have the work in progress signs. This is early access, so eventually these will have purpose. I guess that's the way to say it, right? Purpose and meaning. So let's go explore. Aw, hello, little one. Let's take a look at the inside of the treehouse here. These are pretty cool. It's a lot of cool stuff. You cannot actually pick up anything here. So we've not found the traders. Hello, Froggy. And as you unlock memories, there we go. New memory discovered. New memory discovered. And typically, I don't know why the frog didn't. Typically, wonder if that changed after the last update. Or if it's just, nope, there it is. If you saw the blue thing and the blue thing there, that tells you that you've unlocked a memory. There we go. It didn't show these, the minnow, the bunny, and the Unless I just missed seeing them. It's entirely possible. Right. But there we go. There's the blue orb that comes to you when you unlock a creature. And it's like a symbol of knowledge. Hey, now I know what you are. So let's see if we can find a few more while we're in here. I think I was able to unlock 10. Yep. Hello, squirrel. So we needed 8. Oh, I love this. It's just very cool builds here. It's a very nice, lovely little place. Check. We need one more. The owl's a little hard to reach. Worst comes to worst, we can go outside of here and collect more. See if we could get a few back out this way. Hello, hello. I do like how they wave when you're near. Let's see. May have to try and get the owl. Yeah, so it might say that, but if you actually press F, nope, does not happen here. Let's climb up the exterior here a little bit. Can we climb the vines? Yes, I think we can. And then jump over here. Here we go. I don't think we can climb that. There we go. But we're able to jump up on this branch. Now if we can get one of the creatures to come a little closer. Let's see. There we go. I love the tree climbing capability. Oops. Can't do that. You kind of have to go to one that's adjacent and kind of switch back and forth. Oops. Oh well. Not been able to get to one of the owls. Was hoping. I don't know why the frogs haven't shown up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there we go. 8. That's what we need. Let's record 8 memories. And there we have unlocked 2 eternal seeds and 3 decorative chests in the 2 separate workbenches, the farmer and the furniture workbenches. So we need 25 memories for the next one, and that will unlock a teleporter. It takes a while to get to the teleport level. Alright. Enjoy. Now it's time to start settling down. The one thing I've noticed about this, they're still working on a lot of the gameplay aspects, and the one thing that seems to be really most complete so far, I would say, is the farming. So I definitely want to try some of the farming. Now let's see, what can we get in some of these chests here? Here's the other thing. You can take all, just like that, and then you can sort items by type. There, we can grow carrot seeds, So we have an extra hatchet, gold, silver, and a lesser health potion to restore health. That's very handy. Cool. Not only that, but it's good to have a hatchet with you for grabbing these kind of chests, and that way you don't have to, let's see. A bucket is always handy. You can even take the tables and the workbenches if you want. Matter of fact, you can probably take these as well and use them as a light source later. Although I think once you get to a certain level, you should be able to craft them. There is stuff that is craftable. Grab things while I'm here. I think that's that's a breakable. That I think is food. These I think are just decor. And this is another chest, which has the lettuce seed bag, another hatchet, hide, and copper ore, and azure logs. All this is stuff we will eventually need. And you can't have too many chests. And I'm gonna need to find a way to stay organized early. Although the auto sorting helps. Just always gotta remember to check my corners. Okay. So our guardian will respawn once we leave the area. And then there's also a couple things up here. I'm gonna pick up another bucket. Blue fruits. And the apple. And nothing there. I think that's everything. Okay. Oh, and it's nighttime. Oh dear. All right. Yep, we've already. Yeah, there we go. Just trying to get some more berries. It's handy. What? Oh, small creatures. Okay, so I already know where I want to set up camp to start with. And, oh, yeah, okay. These little guys show up from time to time. I think we've spent most of the whole night already. Oh. Not trying to wake you, my friends, there. Okay. Yes, we're gonna set up shop kind of around here. There's a couple things I'm gonna do a little bit differently than I did when I started out. Let me show you why I picked this location on the map. Hello, Fox. The foxes don't really drop a whole lot of stuff, and they don't attack, so I like this little area. It's near the Forgotten Temple. It's got a little bit of plains, and I think I'm gonna do farming over across the river over here. Build a house here, set up, and you can pretty much mine wherever, but we'll set up a starter mine here, and this will be our house and building area, and then we'll do farming across the water. Maybe we'll even build a bridge over there, but this is the Zone 1 area. And I believe if it's in map distance, it's a loaded chunk. So all you have to do to unlock them is travel. Oh, Yes, and while I was doing that, the sun came up, so I don't have to worry about sleeping yet. Here we go. I'm trying to figure out the layout I want. Yeah, I think I'm going to put my workbenches kind of over here in this stone area. You don't want to have to move them very much because when you need to increase them to the greater tiers, if you break them, they will revert back to the first tier. So I'm actually kind of just cleaning up the area a little bit, picking up a little useful things. There we go. The main one, the one you use the most frequently, is your workbench. And we're going to craft one of those and set her down right there. The other one that we can craft is the builder's workbench. We're going to go ahead and do that. Maybe we'll set that one over there. All right. Now, once we open this one, we actually have a whole lot of other things we can craft. Farmer's workbench, I'm going to craft, but I'm not going to set it down yet. You do have to wait while this opens before you can do that. So we need more wood and possibly more plant fiber. And I'm going to have to think about where to set down chests. I don't know that I want to cut down any of the trees we have near. It's going to be a while before we can get saplings to grow new trees. So I think what we're going to do is go over here where I want to farm. Which is pretty much just across the river. And over here, I'm going to want a nice open area to farm in, which it mostly is already, but it won't hurt to take down a couple of these trees as well. Since I know I'm going to use this for farming, I'm going to go ahead and take some of these roots out. All right. Can I do? Yeah, actually I can get out from there. There we go. Grab some sticks, grab up everything we dropped. Okay. We might as well go ahead and grab the next one. Yeah, there we go. I just had to hit it the right way. Take out a few of these. Make sure we have enough plant fiber. You have to do the bigger bushes. The little grasses don't give you anything. And these wildberry bushes kind of grow everywhere. There we go. A whole beach full of stone rubble. Don't mind if I do. That should be enough to get us a few things. I didn't put the workbench down, but that's fine. Okay, now we can create, let's see, now the furniture workbench. Might as well. I think that one we can kind of put down over here next to the builder's workbench. The one we're really gonna need is the furnace. We're gonna need some of these other things too, but we'll start with that. Okay, the furnace I definitely want to kind of put like it's hot off. Let's see, so put you there. And what do we need to make a tanning bed? Okay, so we're gonna need some light hide. We're gonna need the armor's workbench. For that we need copper, and the blacksmith. Okay, we need copper for both of those. So we're gonna have to kill a few animals, small animals. I mean, I could kill the deer, but I kind of don't want to. There's wheat we can grab. Quite a bit of wheat. That's handy. Let's go. Hello, little mouse. I don't want to kill my neighbors, basically. So we're just going to wander a little bit and then kill something. But we want something on the smaller side. Okay, we can cross over here. See what we can find. I think you drop fish. These are really funky chicken-like creatures. They're really cool. Did they drop hide? Oh, no, I don't think they did. I think they dropped feathers. Oh, I should have put my chest down too. Oops. Ooh, there's a couple more of those dudes. Things. Wait, what do we have? A scrap sword. One-handed signature energy plus 20. Okay. That's no worse than what we have. And raw wild meat. Do we have light hide? We have medium. We need small animals. Where are they all at? Here we go. I think I have a charge now. Let's see. Light hide. Okay, there's one. Oh, I can't do the baby one. Not a grizzly bear. Ooh. Small chest though. Yeah, take everything. And the chest. Oh, carrots. Sweet. The more crops we can find, the more crops I think we will be able to plant eventually too. What did I... Are you a goat? Do you drop anything? I'm gonna have to find out. Oh. Is that a baby goat? Oops. I have 3 light hide now though, and I think that's what we needed. Okay, good. Oh dear. Yeah, they really hurt. Run, 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 run. Oof. I want armor. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so early generation, you can see copper in the hills there. We're gonna need some of that. So we're gonna grab it while we see it. I see 2 or 3 pieces. So with any luck, we can get a little bit. should be enough, I think, to get us situated, I hope. I think I'm going to want bridges to either side at some point. Oh, dear. No, 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 no. I don't know that I'm ready for wolves yet. Oh, darn it. Okay, I found this out by accident. They don't like the water. And eventually we're going to need to find a lot of those because they have medium hides and we will need a lot of that. I think they're going to expand which animals drop medium hides in the update 2, which should be coming out this weekend. I'm just going to hopefully explore a little bit before they do. I just want to get a little bit of armor and stuff just so that I can survive overland just enough to load in a few chunks. Alright. Now we can open the furnace. We have copper ore. Well, not there. It goes there. We can also throw in that silver ore. And we need... Is that all the logs we picked up? Oh, no. There we go. Yeah. We'll just throw some of that in there. We can also make the tanning rack. Where are you at? Oh. Did I not hold it long enough? Where did I get grilled fish from? Oh no, I still have my hides. I didn't wait. There we go. Alright. So I think we're going to put this kind of over here off to the side. I mean, you don't really want to tan your hides anywhere that close to you, do you? Okay. Should use sticks in there, not logs. I might swap that out. This also creates charcoal, which you can use for fuel. Now we have 6 copper. So we can open the... Let's do the blacksmith's anvil first. Because I know I want that pretty much right beside the furnace because it's another hot item. And then we'll do the armorer's workbench. And I guess we'll tuck it right there. There we go. Our little crafting station. I'm going to move this one slightly because it's kind of weirdly situated. Where did you go? There you are. They're kind of on top of each other, so I might move both of these. Okay, there we go. So, we set the furniture workbench. Actually, let me do the other one first. The builder's workbench, we're going to set kind of... I think there. And then we can do that one there. There we go. Might do one more. I don't have a shovel yet. You need iron for a shovel. There we go. So everything except this is sitting on stone. We might fix this also. Yeah, I like it kind of a little further away there. And you know what? Let's just add a little bit of light here. A couple of basic things I haven't even crafted yet that we do need. Oh, I just got rid of all my torches. That's plenty for now. We do need a campfire so we can cook some of this food. And I think once we set up a basic campsite, that'll be it for today. There we go. We'll just set our... Now our campfire we can move around, so that's not too bad. We need to do something with our inventory as well, so we can cook our raw wild meat. There. There are better things we can do with that, but that's fine. One of the ideas I have seen with the chests that I kind of liked is just to have them, oops, not like that, nearby in the floor. And you know what? Let's put all sorts. Notice I kept some of my hotbar items where they are, and that way I can pick and choose what to put back in my hotbar. That's edible, that's edible, that's edible. The grilled fish is better. The meat will be better. There are plenty of better foods in the game. We will move some of the fruit stuff once we start farming. Yeah, we only need one hatchet at a time. We might need to make another crude sword, but what we really need is more copper so we can upgrade and get our armor going. Oh, there is something else I need. Alright, so I need 2 more light hide. We have plenty of plant fiber. Now notice the chest marker. It's pulling the items from the chest down here, and I think when upgrade 2 comes out, they're going to expand this to like 14 blocks away, that they will use the items within 14 blocks. I don't want to mess this area up with a farm field, so the farm area is going to be over there, because I want to kind of put a house just kind of right here overlooking the water. I think that would be just kind of cool. It's going to take me a while before I get to the level of building the house. So, but I do need something to sleep on. So let's see about getting a couple more light hides. I didn't have a lot of luck in that direction. Let's try this way this time. See if we can find some smaller animals. Preferably not the ones with the children. Oh. There we go. Light hide? Yes. And raw pork. That'll be a little bit better if we cook it. Oh, we're getting near sunset. Okay. We definitely want... Oh, is that a rabbit or a bunny? There's technically both, and I forget which is which. I don't remember. Do you drop light hide? I don't really want to kill a bunny, but... Oh. Usually the animals that run away that give you the light hide. My goodness. Sorry, bunny. Oh, I thought I heard something. Oh, and of course there's another one. Alright. Those guys do drop linen scraps, at least. Okay, let's get back to the workbench. Now, they did a huge quality of life improvement with the first patch or update. Because originally you had to wait, I think, 2 in-game hours. These are a little bit longer than Minecraft days. Before you could sleep, rather than sleeping just as it gets dark. And they did patch that, so it's a little bit better now. Okay, there we go. Crude bedroll. That's what we need. All right. are you? Oh, hello, fox. I should probably actually put a torch down. Respawn point, Intrigue's bed, confirm. You can have up to 3 of these. If you notice on the compass, there's our little house. The closest Forgotten Temple gateway will always show nearby. And now we can sleep. Oh, the moon's going down as we wake up. The sunrise coming over in that direction. Really, really cool. I like this area. Well, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for hanging and watching out. I'm loving my first look at Hytale. I'm enjoying the gameplay so far. And next we're gonna mine, get a little armor up. I just don't want to make this too long for everybody. And I'm just really hoping you enjoy it so far. Thanks for watching. Till next time, this is Intrigue.